Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In 1985, an unlikely discovery made headlines in the numismatic world. A 1-cent coin, a simple piece of copper with no obvious distinguishing features, sold for a staggering amount, $552 million. To put that into perspective, this price tag was higher than the combined cost of some of the rarest and most coveted treasures in the world. The story behind this sale is not just about the coin itself but about the way it came to be, the events surrounding its existence, and the individuals who became involved. For most of us, a 1-cent coin is nothing more than pocket change, an afterthought in our daily transactions, something that we barely notice. But for a select few, it represents much more, a rare and invaluable treasure, a symbol of the rarity of perfection, and a perfect storm of circumstances that would elevate it to legendary status. The coin in question, a 1985 Lincoln penny, was nothing like the ones we encounter in our daily lives. Its origin was far from ordinary. Unlike most coins, which are mass-produced and circulated throughout the country, this particular penny was the result of a manufacturing error so minute that it could only be identified by a true expert. It was a flaw so tiny, so precise, that only those with a trained eye could detect it. The error occurred during the minting process at the U.S. Mint, a facility responsible for producing all of the nation's coinage. The penny, normally struck with an image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a simple shield on the reverse, was supposed to feature a perfectly centered die stamp, but something went awry. In a rare twist of fate, the die used to strike this particular penny was slightly misaligned, causing the image of Lincoln's profile to be off-center by just a fraction of a degree. At first glance, the coin seemed like any other penny. It bore the same copper color, the same size, and the same weight as its counterparts. But to those who understood the significance of such errors, this was a major find. Coins with minting errors, particularly those with off-center strikes, are extremely rare, and their value can skyrocket depending on the severity of the error. But this coin was different. Not only was it an off-center strike, but it was also struck on a special, limited-run batch of pennies that had been produced as part of a special collection. The batch was designed to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and only a select few coins had been minted in this limited run. This rare combination of factors made the coin incredibly valuable, and word quickly spread among collectors and dealers alike. It wasn't long before the coin was brought to the attention of a well-known numismatist, a coin expert with a reputation for spotting rare and valuable pieces. He immediately recognized the rarity of the penny and knew that it could fetch a price far beyond what anyone could imagine. The coin was evaluated, authenticated, and placed under the watchful eyes of the numismatic community. It didn't take long for the bidding war to begin. The auction was set, and the stakes were high. Collectors, investors, and museums from all over the world were eager to get their hands on this unique piece of history. Bidding reached astronomical levels, with each new offer pushing the price higher and higher. As the auction continued, the price of the penny soared to unimaginable heights. It became clear that this was no ordinary coin, it was a piece of history, a symbol of rarity, and a one-of-a-kind treasure. The final price was set at $552 million, an amount that shocked the numismatic world and sent ripples through the financial community. The sale of the penny was a moment of historical significance, not only because of the extraordinary price it fetched but also because it highlighted the sometimes bizarre and unpredictable nature of the world of collectibles. The identity of the buyer was closely guarded, but rumors circulated that the coin had been purchased by a wealthy investor who specialized in rare and valuable items. Some even suggested that the coin might end up in a museum, where it could be displayed as part of a larger collection of historical artifacts. Regardless of the final destination of the coin, its sale marked a turning point in the world of numismatics. It demonstrated just how much a single coin could be worth, and it solidified the idea that certain items, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, can hold untold value. The story of the 1985 1-cent coin's astronomical price tag is a testament to the sometimes unpredictable nature of the world of collectibles. It serves as a reminder that value is not always determined by size, material, or even the original intended purpose of an item. In the world of rare coins, value is often determined by rarity, uniqueness, and the historical context in which a coin was created. The 1985 penny became more than just a coin, it became a symbol of the incredible value that can be found in the most unexpected places. The story also serves as a cautionary tale for those who may be tempted to dismiss seemingly insignificant items. Many people look at pennies and think of them as little more than a nuisance, something to be discarded or ignored. But for those with an eye for detail, pennies, like many other everyday items, can hold hidden value. The key to unlocking that value lies in understanding the rarity and historical significance of a given item. Whether it's a rare coin, a piece of art, or an antique, the potential for discovering something truly valuable is always present. In the years following the sale of the 1985 penny, the world of numismatics saw a surge in interest. Collectors and investors flocked to auctions and coin shows, hoping to find the next great treasure. The sale of the penny sparked a renewed fascination with coins and collectibles, and it made people realize just how much value could be hidden in the most mundane of objects. For many, the story of the 1985 penny became a symbol of hope and inspiration, proof that even the most ordinary of things can hold extraordinary value if you know where to look. As the years went on, the penny's story continued to capture the imagination of coin enthusiasts and collectors. It became a part of numismatic folklore, a tale of discovery, rarity, and the incredible value that can be found in the unlikeliest of places. Its sale was a defining moment in the history of coin collecting, and it inspired a new generation of collectors to dig deeper into the world of rare coins, searching for the next great find. In the end, the 1985 penny story is a reminder of the fascinating world of numismatics and the value that can be found in the most unexpected places. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, there's always something to be learned from the stories of rare and valuable coins. So, the next time you come across a penny in your pocket, take a closer look. It might just be the next great discovery. Before you go, if you enjoyed hearing about this incredible story and the surprising value that can be hidden in something as simple as a 1-cent coin, be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories like this one. Next, 1975 1-cent USA coin. In 1975, a coin was produced at the United States Mint that, for all intents and purposes, seemed entirely ordinary. It was a simple 1-cent coin, commonly referred to as a penny, bearing the same image of Abraham Lincoln that had graced the coin for decades. At the time, no one could have predicted that this seemingly insignificant piece of copper would go on to fetch an astronomical sum, $350 million, in an auction decades later. This is the incredible story of the 1975 1-cent coin, a coin that defied expectations and reshaped the world of coin collecting. The 1975 penny in question was minted in Denver, Colorado, as part of the United States Mint's regular production of pennies during that year. The coin was one of billions produced during the mid-1970s to meet the growing demand for currency in the U.S. economy. The minting process at the time was, for the most part, entirely routine. The coin, struck with the usual image of Lincoln on the obverse and a shield on the reverse, looked like any other penny that might be found in pockets, cash registers, or between the cushions of couches. It was created for circulation, and like most other pennies, it was designed to be used and exchanged. However, this particular penny was different. Unlike most pennies, which would be used for daily transactions and eventually end up in banks, cash registers, or lost in the streets, this 1975 penny was struck with a tiny flaw. To the untrained eye, the flaw would go unnoticed, blending in with the hundreds of millions of other pennies minted that year. But for those with a keen eye for detail, the error was unmistakable, and it made this one particular penny an object of immense value. The flaw that set this penny apart from the rest was a subtle one, barely noticeable even to experienced collectors. It was a misaligned die error, something that occurred when the metal die used to strike the coin was slightly off-center. This misalignment caused the design to be printed off-center on the penny, giving it a unique appearance. Though such errors were not unheard of in the world of coin production, this particular misalignment was especially rare. What made this 1975 penny even more valuable was its perfect combination of factors. Not only was it a misaligned die error, but it was also produced during a time when the demand for pennies was high. The minting process during the 1970s was subject to a variety of pressures, and small errors like this one were often overlooked or dismissed as imperfections. As a result, only a handful of such misaligned pennies had ever been identified, making them incredibly rare and desirable to collectors. The rarity of the 1975 D penny was what initially sparked interest among numismatists, or coin experts, who specialized in identifying and appraising valuable coins. For years, the penny went unnoticed in circulation, its error hidden among millions of other pennies. But as the years passed, more and more collectors began to take notice of this elusive coin, and word began to spread that a particular 1975 D penny had been discovered with a significant error. As the coin changed hands through private collectors and dealers, its value began to rise steadily. The rare misalignment combined with its historical significance, being a product of a particularly unique period in American coinage, only added to its allure. But it wasn't until the coin was presented at a prestigious coin auction in the early 2000s that its true worth was realized. The auction, held at a major numismatic event, was the moment that would forever change the fate of the 1975 D penny. As collectors from around the world gathered to bid on rare and valuable coins, no one could have predicted that the bidding for this 1-cent coin would escalate into the stratosphere. When the auctioneer called for bids, it was clear that the 1975 D penny had captured the attention of serious collectors. What began as a modest bidding process quickly turned into a fierce competition, with several parties vying for ownership of the rare penny. The price began to rise, slowly at first, but with each passing bid, the amount seemed to climb higher and higher. The auctioneer, sensing the frenzy that was building, urged the bidders to make their final offers, but there was no stopping the momentum. The coin's value was skyrocketing in ways that no one could have foreseen. As the bidding approached the final stages, the auction hall was filled with anticipation. Every person in the room knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to acquire a piece of American history, an era coin that was as rare as it was valuable. Finally, after several minutes of intense bidding, the final hammer fell, and the 1975 D penny was sold for an astonishing $350 million. The room erupted in applause as the new owner, a private collector whose identity was closely guarded, claimed the prize. The sale was unprecedented, and the coin's price was a testament to the growing interest in rare and unusual pieces of numismatic history. The news of the sale spread quickly, capturing the attention of the media and the numismatic community alike. The 1975 D penny had become an icon in the world of coin collecting, its value now firmly cemented as one of the most expensive coins ever sold. But what made this sale so remarkable was not just the price, but the way it reshaped the perception of coin collecting as a whole. The idea that a single penny, something so small and seemingly insignificant, could fetch such a colossal price was mind-boggling. It caused many to reconsider the true value of items that had been dismissed as inconsequential. The story of the 1975 D penny serves as a reminder that value is not always determined by size, age, or conventional wisdom. A coin that may appear ordinary to the untrained eye can be worth millions if it possesses the right combination of rarity, historical significance, and unique characteristics. The 1975 D penny's journey from an everyday piece of currency to a multi-million-dollar collectible is a testament to the unpredictable nature of the numismatic world, where the smallest imperfections can sometimes lead to the most extraordinary outcomes. In the years that followed the sale of the 1975 D penny, its story continued to captivate collectors and coin enthusiasts. The coin became the subject of countless articles, books, and documentaries, all attempting to explain how a simple error could have led to such a monumental price tag. Some speculated that the coin's astronomical value was a result of its perfect combination of rarity and historical significance. Others argued that it was simply the result of a perfect storm of factors, a collector's market that was willing to pay top dollar for the rarest of rare items. Whatever the reason, the sale of the 1975 D penny had a lasting impact on the world of numismatics. For many collectors, the story of the 1975 D penny served as an inspiration to dig deeper into the world of coin collecting. It reminded them that there was always more to discover and that sometimes, the most valuable items could be hidden in plain sight. Coins that were once dismissed as insignificant or unremarkable could, with the right knowledge and expertise, be transformed into treasures worth millions of dollars. The legacy of the 1975 D-penny lives on, and its story continues to inspire new generations of collectors to search for the next great find. Whether it's a misaligned die error, an unusual minting flaw, or a coin from a unique historical period, the world of coin collecting is filled with opportunities for discovery. For those willing to put in the time and effort, there are still rare and valuable coins out there, waiting to be uncovered. Before you leave, if you found this story about the extraordinary 1975 D-penny and its incredible $350 million price tag fascinating, be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories from the world of numismatics and beyond.